The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
People. The Canucks, they beat one of the worst teams in hockey. But hey, Quinn Hughes proves once again that he's actually one of the few generational players in hockey. Let's talk about it.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People. We back over here at the Don't Doze Art Lab and giving you Locked On Canucks, the show that gives you your Canucks every day. Man, we in South Van. It's been a while since we've been in here, for real, doing this show. It is what it is. Hey, it feels like it's been a while since we've won a game at home ice. And that's what the kids deserve, okay? For real. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. And as Citos is saying, give a thumbs up. Hit the like button, okay? It's Christmas. Man, oh man, it's Christmas. And Mike, you really want to get into this? Mike, man, it's Christmas. Look at this comment from Mike, man. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. They need to play better, though. Oh, never mind. You're talking about Amazon, okay? My bad. Okay. The game on Amazon Prime, you actually want to talk about the Prime part of it, the broadcast part of it? I don't. Hey, but I will bring up this. Did anyone catch that Quinn Hughes feature after the second period? Right? In this game that the Canucks won 4-3. Because I felt inspired. And this is why I buy books, okay? For a lot of people during Christmas. Because that guy's speaking the truth. And I'm not saying he took a shot at Elias Pettersson. He didn't, okay? And we got to talk about Pettersson, too. Dude's injured or something? I don't know. He didn't play in the third period. He played like 20 seconds. So someone check Twitter for me and hit me up in the comments. What's the update on Pettersson? All in all, though, Quinn Hughes reads a lot of books. And he chose to do so after he got named captain because he needed something to do that wasn't, involving the cell phone, involving the smartphone. A serious thing for people, in that demographic. In fact, everyone, it seems like that over here on the West Coast is it's addicted to the smartphone. And that's a dangerous place, right? The place where comparison is just there, and comparison is a thief of joy, and also just it's mind-numbing, okay? It's not productive, yet we're all there so addicted to our smartphones. And these guys making millions and millions and millions and millions. Yeah, they work hard, really hard, but chances are these guys are working like 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day on their hardest of days, okay? And what is he doing? He's reading a lot of books. He's trying to get better at this whole life thing because he's a leader. He's a captain. In a Canadian market where we seem to know a lot, okay? All in all, Quinn Hughes, he's taking this really seriously. In fact, I think he's taking winning super seriously. Single-handedly trying to win games by himself. We've seen it so many times this season. In fact, look at the micro stats, right? The fancy stats. Yo, the Canucks suck without Quinn Hughes. They do. And today, right, we hear that he might not play. Something wrong with the wrist? Who knows? But what does he do? What does he do? A couple days before Christmas, what does he do? He doesn't clock out. Again, he's the captain of your Vancouver Canucks. And I know it's game 34 and it's against one of the worst teams in hockey, right? Quote unquote. Because they play kind of better. We'll talk more about that later, okay? Yeah, I know it's against those guys, and Quinn Hughes has been playing like 29 minutes a game, 28 minutes a game, 27 minutes a game. Like, the guy's playing a lot. He chooses to not take a day off, not rest up, because, the team, yes, the city, the boys in blue and green and black, red and yellow, they desperately needed a win. And they probably weren't going to win this game without Quinn Hughes. That's how mediocre the Vancouver Canucks are playing right now, okay? And outside of a 7-minute burst, or 5-minute burst in the second period, this game was very, very typical Vancouver Canuck, okay? And look, I want to give them more grace for their third period and locking it down in between like the 14-minute mark and like the 4-minute mark. But at the end of the day, they still allowed 2 goals in the third period. So they didn't even really lock it down. I'm telling you, this team won this game in a couple of minutes, and they're not winning this game against the San Jose Sharks without Quinn Hughes. And I'm not trying to be negative, okay? I want gifts from Santa. I'm trying to be a good boy. But I'm trying to be honest too. All that being said, you want to take the positives. Again, we got to get to the comments. It's your guys' show. My aunt is saying that I'm being depressing right now. I'm just being honest. But you could take the negativity or the my critique of that game. Right, a game that we're probably not winning without Quinn Hughes. Hey, you can maybe say the same thing about that. Demko. Hey, you can look at some of the negativity from that, but hey, remember what I said. Quinn Hughes is a gift. He's a generational player, and that is why you need to continue to have a lot of confidence in this team every time this team's on the ice. He gives you that chance to win. And you know how great goaltending does that, right? We always talk about the floor of the Vancouver Canucks. Oh, Lankin and Demko. There's going to be a lot of 1-goal games with this team. They're going to be in the dance. They're going to be right there in the third period, okay? They'll figure it out because of great goaltending. Hey, scratch that. This team's going to be in every single game this season because of Quinn Hughes. And I know they got their ass kicked a couple times, but you get what I'm trying to say. 89% of the time, 90% of the time, if Quinn Hughes is healthy, quote unquote, or just icing, putting himself in the game on the ice for your team, the way he's playing right now and the way he's possessing the puck and just dictating the game, dude, the Canucks, they're gonna be in competition, okay? He can do that all by himself. He's playing like Nathan McKinnon. He's playing like Connor McDavid. He's playing like Leon Draisaitl. He's playing like Cale Makar. Those type of guys. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed that he's been able to handle this captaincy so well, and he's still super young. And there's so much going on for him. Super excited to see him play for Team USA. Right, a big reason why I'm cheering for America in the Four Nations All-Star Tournament. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not the Olympics. And I want Quinn Hughes feeling himself and putting himself on the map. More people need to know that Quinn Hughes is a generational talent. Oh, what about the playoffs last year? Dude, all you hear is this guy being talked about next to the names of who? Bobby Orr and Cale Makar. Enough said. Enough said. This dude is a dog, and he's saving the Vancouver Canucks. Real talk. He's playing, hey, again, your Canucks, 4-3 victors. We talked about one generational talent. Let's talk about the other. And no, it's not JT Miller or Elias Pettersson or Thatcher Demko. It's Kiefer Sherwood. Kiefer Sherwood doing his thing. Carmen saying that he might be a generational bottom 6 player. Yo, I talked a lot of ish after Kiefer Sherwood scored that goal. Again, I need to spend some time with my family. I need some therapy. But there I was after Kiefer Sherwood breaks through the neutral zone after taking a beautiful pass from Teddy Blucher, who was really good today too. Really feisty, okay? I love Teddy Bluger's game. Anyway, Bluger feeds Sherwood. Sherwood gets the puck in the neutral zone, burns past the defender, and scores a goal scorer's goal. He's got 12 of them. And now there's a handful of goals where he did 99% of the work. And it wasn't easy for him. He just looking like a goal scorer, skating with the puck, shooting it hard, placing it. I even look back at that goal he scored against Nashville way back when. Like, he's scoring goal-scoring goals or goal-scorer goals, okay? Satir Shah, remember before the season started? Sat called this guy the next Pavel Bure. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the energy that this guy could actually produce a lot of offense in. I'm starting to believe that it's obviously a blessing that we had this guy, but it's actually a good thing that we only have him for 2 years at 1.5. Because he's still got a lot to play for in his NHL career. Another contract is up for grabs. He's going to bring it every night. And as Smirky is saying, he plays the game the right way. This guy's an outlier. And I know it's been one season of a lot of offense from this guy. in comparison to what else he's done in the NHL in seasons past, right? And obviously, people bring up his AHL numbers, which at times were really, really explosive as well. But hey, we're talking about the NHL, and it's been this time around like he's really been able to hone in on it. Is he getting quote unquote lucky? I don't think so, because some of these goals, again, I would say 4 or 5 of them, including the one today out of his 12, he's not just banging these in front of the net, you know? He's not just scoring empty netters. He's literally doing the things we want Miller and Pettersson doing. And he's doing it more often. And again, I talked a lot of ish after Sherwood scored this goal. I was like, how are we in game 34? And it's quite clear that Kiefer Sherwood is way better offensively than Elias Pettersson. And then as soon as I said that and posted in the Discord, remember, join the Discord, link in the bio. What does Pettersson do? In 44 seconds, he scores 2 goals, including a second goal that was vintage. That was exciting. That was, Kiefer Sherwood like. Crazy, man. Crazy. Now, again, Pettersson, I don't know. Like, injured? Is he ill? What happened? I don't know. Probably not going to find out for a while. It's Christmas. It is what it is. Get well soon. We'll talk more about that on the other side. Then we'll read a bunch of your comments. Hit the like button. It's Christmas. Subscribe to the show if you're new. The Canucks, they beat Macklin Celebrini, who played really good today, too. I think he had 2 assists. I think the kid's like, 14 years old, playing in the NHL? That's kind of crazy. Shout out to Vancouver. Shout out to the neighbors. We got to be proud of that. But again, he wasn't the only quote-unquote generational player playing today. Like, Quinn Hughes, when he's up against, the McKinnons, the McCarrs, the Celebrinis, the Bedards, dude, it's in my opinion, it's like must-watch all the time. When he's against McDavid and Draisaitl, again, he's got to up it a bit against those guys. But hey, Quinn Hughes is proven to be must-watch TV, one of the faces of hockey, and just a blessing to have. Okay, again, the Canucks have been so mediocre, so average, so stressful to watch, so boring. This is one of the most boring offenses in hockey. It's kind of dreadful watching these games. Okay, you're just waiting for something to happen, and more often than not, nothing really happens. All that being said, a lot does happen when Quinn Hughes is on the ice. In fact, there's a how do I say? There's a reason, right? There's a reason that going into today's game, he's questionable, yet there he is with almost 20 minutes of ice time, if not 20 minutes, through 2 periods, okay? He's becoming one of those guys. He's just so hard not to play if you're a head coach of a team that's struggling, right? Because 2 points matter. Wins matter. The holidays matter. Congratulations to those in attendance, man, for real. Making the most out of your Christmas gifts, man. I'm happy for you because a lot of people, right, haven't gotten the good stuff from going to Rogers Arena, right? That's the 7th or 6th win in 19 home games. Man, oh man. Maybe we'll talk about that more because the fan base deserves a lot more. And in fact, they might be the best fan base in hockey right now. Real talk. They're getting loud like a soccer stadium at times, right? For what reason? Hey, because they're doing their job. We're invested, okay? Go Canucks, go. Where am I going with this? Oh, yeah, the ads, okay? One love to Locked On Canucks. We'll get to those. And then, finish off the show. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab. My name's Kyle Bowen. And let's keep watching. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Man, oh man, my Packers. I hope Trevor and his daughter put money on the Packers tonight, okay? Because they did everything, okay? I think they were 17-point favorites. And they won by 34. So, Trevor and his daughter. I hope you continue to tackle the NFL action with, again, FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get what? $150 in bonus bets? Yo, does Santa Claus own FanDuel? Yo, the FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL, okay? All in one place. So when you get the hunch in the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com. Remember, you start with what? A winning $5 bet, and they'll give you $150 in bonus bets, okay? That's crazy. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the People, we back doing this, and that's talking about your Vancouver Canucks. My name is Kyle Bowen. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab and the Locked On Podcast Network for doing this, and that's taking care of that West Coast bias. Hey, one love to you and you and you and you and you. We did it, okay? We did it. That was a crazy, quote-unquote first half of the season, right? It's Christmas. It's right there. And I've lost more hair than ever. Straight up. Maybe I should have managed my expectations. I don't know. But that was a stressful time. I was about to say a really, really hard time and actually mean it. Right? And then I realized I just been gloating about Quinn Hughes, man. It's also been a big time pleasure to just watch that guy straight up, man. It must see TV as a big time sports fan, you know, somebody that's been watching SportsCenter and South Park for what is that? 26 years, 25 years. I feel as if, you know, I've seen the best of the best. I didn't see Jordan, but I feel as if I've seen the best of the best almost every night in every single sport. And Quinn Hughes is up there. You know another thing about Quinn Hughes? Again, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Think about this. How many Quinn Hughes games have we seen already? What's the number on that? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Quinn Hughes games. How many bad games has this guy had? Okay, and yeah, I know he had the weird season, right? The quote-unquote bad season. Was that his second full year in the league? The all-Canadian division, the COVID season. Who cares about that one? Okay, straight up. That one didn't count. But out of all the other ones, I feel as if Quinn Hughes has played like 8 bad games of hockey. And again, all those hundreds of games. And I don't even think I'm lying. He's just so incredible to watch, so efficient, such a source of entertainment. So again, Merry Christmas to you for having Quinn Hughes. And again, let's get to your comments, man, because I didn't just watch the game. Y'all watched the game too. Nothing is perfect is saying no Kempner Canucks tonight, so I'm here. Hey, remember, man, Ref Trev, one of the best Trevors I know, straight up, better than the Trevor we have here. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Ref Trev last year, going into the season, he already knew the Canucks were going to start winning games, okay? He knew that winning was going to matter again. At that time, 17 months ago, I thought we were headed for it again, you know, pressing the lottery button in December. But he knew it, and for that, I always give this guy a lot of love, man. Ref Trev, man, spreading that good energy. Go Canucks, go. My aunt saying that she loved Pettersson's goal is reminiscent of the old him. I think he made a comment too afterwards when he got interviewed before the third period started about that goal reminding him of his old self. Just Pettersson needs to get more confident and do that more often. And it was vintage. It was really, really exciting to see. That's lethal. That's also if you want to keep it more to the nitty gritty and the X's and O's about the game, that's just a nice weapon to have on the power play again, right? When Pettersson's doing that, because they look stressed out there more often than not on the power play, just whipping it around, just waiting for Quinn Hughes to do something, and then all the other guys try to do something. It's never clean. Again, they're overthinking it. Everyone other than Quinn Hughes. So again, when Pettersson's able to do that, once again, the power play looks way better. It's been efficient, and I know the goals are the only thing that really matter. But again, more often than not, when they don't score a goal on the power play, they use the power play to kill all their momentum, because they can go like 4 or 6 minutes with the power play and not have more than 2 shots. That's how bad they can look sometimes. And again, those are moments where the other team gains momentum. They feel themselves. It's a game of inches, right? So yeah, let's get that Pettersson shot back, and let's get Miller to, begin making some clean plays. How about no turnovers for a string of at least 2 games? Miller still got to be a lot better, straight up. Next comment. Look at this comment from Nothing is Perfect. Wow, dude. It's the holidays, okay? It's the holidays. Let's cheer up, okay? He's saying, would it not be the most Canuck thing ever to have Pettersson play a game, only to be injured. And then KJ Brazy, who are you? KJ Brazy? You sell basketball jerseys or something, man? You sell used sneakers, man, for sure. Anyways, he's saying that's our luck. Yeah, Pettersson plays really good. I would say he was against the worst team in the league for the most part. Like when Pettersson was on the ice for the 40 minutes, right? Or the 2 periods, he was decent. And then there was that, couple minute stretch where he exploded again. Well, not even a couple minutes. He scored 2 goals in 44 seconds. Impressive. Now, I will say, this sounds crazy. This sounds maybe stupid. But I've seen, and you've seen it, this team survive without JT Miller and win more games without him. I think there's still a good chance that the Canucks, like let's say they lose Pettersson for 2 or 3 games, right? They can go 2-1. They can go 2-1 easily. Hey, they can go 3-0 easily. You know why I'm saying that? Because we got Quinn Hughes. As long as Quinn Hughes is not hurt, and Kiefer Sherwood, yo, we good. So on that note, Pettersson, take your time. No rush. Get better. It's cool, though. It's cool. And not that they're connected. I'm not trying to say that they're connected. It's just, again, Quinn Hughes is a dog. He's the captain of this team. Like, I feel as if it's really hard for that guy not to play games. And we've seen him grimace a lot on the bench. And Pettersson, hey, he's played a lot of hockey, right? He's played through 10 and 9. Hey, he played all those games. Looked like a ghost, but he played all those games, right? Look at the numbers, right? Numbers don't lie. Check the scoreboard. Oh, no, though. Quinn Hughes, today, just blessed, man. Why is he playing in game 34 against San Jose with an apparent injury? Because he's a dog, man. And we blessed, man. Next Mother Knucker. Yes, Mother Knucker saying that Pettersson just needs to put more of these together. Yo, again, maybe he's not even hurt. Like, maybe he was just, dealing with the bump, all right? But he's good to go. When did the Canucks play again? Like in 5 days, right? Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. They taking a break. For Pettersson to have the full belief of the majority of the fan base, I feel as if, again, yeah, Mother Knucker is right. He needs to obviously string a couple more together, and then he needs to not do it for the rest of the season. That's go invisible for like 5-game stretches. That's done. He's already reached his quota for 1 season. Getting paid way too much to take like 3 or 4 breaks in a season. He's already done it twice. So again, when he comes back and he's, firing on all cylinders, doing his thing, ripping shots, let's just hope, that he never falls back to, I'm not going to say his old ways, because the old ways is Pettersson being that dog, but let's hope he doesn't revert to just going invisible. Enough of that, man. Enough of that. Using the word annoying would be so immature, but it's not fair to the fans, man. Real talk. We still got 22 more home games left? Pettersson, man, no more days off on home games, okay? For real. Next comment. Man, oh man. Smirky is saying Demko is still coming. Agreed? Ironically, I just got this comment too from Nothing is Perfect, okay? Did you like Demko's game tonight? I think Smirky was trying to allude to Demko still warming up, okay? And Demko gets to win tonight. Again, he was just facing shot after shot after shot after shot in the 3rd period, okay? But before the 3rd period, he was solid. Again, the Canucks did not look dominant against one of the worst teams in hockey, against one of the hardest working teams in hockey. Watch out for the Sharks. They can pack a bite. They're a hard beat. Yo, this team that we have high expectations for, that has 2 number 1 centers and a Norris Trophy winner, now Demko and net, yo, they did not play that strong in front of Demko. They didn't have the puck in the other end of the ice for long periods of time. Didn't feel like that. And Demko had to be, alert. And he was solid and he was clean. And again, he didn't have to make desperate saves again, but he's coming out of this game healthy. And in prior starts, he's looked fearless. That's the best part about this. He's looking healthy. He's looking sharp. And he's on a mission too. The more and more I think about this team, I feel as if and the more and more we learn about Quinn Hughes too, right? Having Demko in that room and then Besser there as well with Quinn Hughes, it just makes a lot of sense. I feel as if those three together can stoic the room out and get people, to not be so emotional, to not be in your head, to not be on your smartphones, okay? Just focus on winning. And Demko seems like one of those guys too. He really cares. Really, really cares. Speaking of which, okay, Smirky saying, we got the win, who cares? That's the truth. Big time. I think I got to run one more ad, and then let's just end off the show with more comments. I don't know. It's the last. This might be the last show until Christmas, so I'm down to answer more questions. Y'all can ask anything. Maybe you can ask about Niels Hoaglander's game too. Okay. Anyways, you're listening to Locked On Canucks. One left to the Don't Do's Art Lab, and go Canucks go, and F the Oilers, man. And Elliot Friedman, you ain't allowed to even watch any more Canucks games for real. I don't even want you watch. Come, okay, let's get to the other side. Today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Gametime. Let me tell you something, okay? My brother, he went to Seattle yesterday, and his plan was to go to the Seahawks game against the Minnesota Vikings, and I gave him some Packers gear to wear, which is kind of cool, okay? Because they're playing the Vikings, Seahawks. Hate both those teams. Boom, bad. Anyways, he was supposed to go to the game, but when he got there, he chickened out because the tickets were too expensive, and he didn't have the Gametime app. Do the math. You need the Gametime app, okay? It's the best place to get the last-minute tickets that you need at the best price, guaranteed. All right? It gives you everything, okay? It gives you the complete peace of mind with your purchase. You can see the view from your seat on the phone right before you buy. All in pricing, right? They're not going to lie to you. Whatever number you see, boom, bam. That's your price. They also got event cancellation protection. 24-hour returns guarantee. It's that thing. What else do they have? Job loss assurance. Nice people at Gametime. Check out their zone deals as well. Anywho, use Gametime and use code LOCKEDONNHL. That's LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off your first purchase. That's LOCKEDONNHL at Gametime.com. Download Gametime today. What time is it? Hey, what time is it? It's game time. And let's finish off the show here on Locked On Canucks. People, we back doing this, and that's talking about your Vancouver Canucks, team that beat the San Jose Sharks 2 days before Christmas, and they really needed this win. 4-3 over again those San Jose Sharks. Doesn't sound convincing. San Jose scored their third goal of the game with like 4 seconds left. I don't know if I want to look too much into the way they were playing in the third period. They didn't have Pettersson. They have Juleson, Forbert, and Darnay playing a lot of minutes. Hughes hurt. They allowed a lot of shots. Again, the San Jose made the game close. There was some positive there. There was a 10-minute stretch from like the 15 to 16-minute mark of the third period all the way to like the 5-minute mark where they were making clean exits and just making it hard for San Jose to do much. But yeah, still some holes. You know what? I'm not going to go there. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. Normally Trevor Beggs, the dude with some Irish descent, okay? Normally he's the darkest guy in the program. And as Smirky is saying, Kyle, please don't go dark. Canucks won. Come on, dude. Okay, let's talk about the positives. Let's do it. What else? Okay, Vincent Darnay. I'm seeing him, right? I'm seeing some love for him online. Good game. He did it. Boom, bam. The last couple of games, he's been quote-unquote stronger, whatever that means. You talk about a player that needs to put a stretch together to do some convincing. Hey, to me, he needs to do a lot more than play a really strong game against a bunch of AHL players in San Jose for me to be convinced that, like, we don't need to fix that problem ASAP. And that is just the truth, okay? And what's that? My name's Kyle Bound, and I approve of that message. Look at this comment from Oliver saying that Myers' hit was beautiful. Hey, how about that Tyler Myers fight too? And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the hit or what Oliver's talking about, I'm pretty sure Myers laid the boom on Eklund. And even though Eklund scored shortly after, he left the game and did not return. Dude's a dog. All that being said, Myers, again, laying one of the hits of the year. A few minutes later, has to fight Barkley Goudreau. And Myers is what? Has he survived my 10 game limit? Remember I said a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'm not talking ish about Tyler Myers. No way. He's defending his teammates. Boom, bam. Got to show him love. I think it's been past 10 games. I'm not going to go off on him, though. It's the holidays. And as Smirky is saying, Myers has been a true pro. Hey, man. Could he be a glue guy? Probably, right? That's what the people are saying. The team apparently needs more glue. Hey, let's talk more about the physicality in this game, though, because we saw Danton Heinen defend Teddy Bluger after Bluger gets interfered with, and I don't know, borderline head contact. Am I tripping or what? And it looked like Teddy Bluger had a bruise from that as well, unless that was a bruise that came from one of the many scrums that he was involved in. Teddy Bluger takes a couple minor penalties, was chippy the whole game, gets an assist on a Sherwood goal. Again, just an effective performance. And again, Teddy Bluger gets nailed by some player, forgot his name, and there's Danton Heinen getting into a really good scrap against, again, that player that I don't know, after he hit Bluger. And all I got to say is fighting, man. Fighting it's cool. And it's coming from a guy that's never really ever been punched in the face. I don't think I've ever suffered a concussion. I'm talking from a selfish place. As an entertained fan, though, as a Canadian, okay, I'm just saying. Rock'em sock'em, right? Yo, I grew up on South Park and Rock'em sock'em and Deepak Chopra. Where am I going with this? I love fighting, man. I do. I love fighting in hockey. I love how and even after clean hits, I don't really give an inch that like a fight happens. I know it's quote unquote dangerous, but it's so interesting and so fascinating how one of the most athletic games ever created also has like MMA fighting in it or boxing in it. It's like snakes and ladders, if you know what I mean. Like, what? How does this game even exist? What is hockey? And that's what I tell myself when I get to see Quinn Hughes do his thing. And then, boom, bam, out of nowhere, there's a Danton Heinen fight. On a more like serious level and on a more Canucks level, I do got to say, the big reason why I did enjoy that, part of the game today, whether it came from Myers or Heinen, was because this team, outside of needing Pettersson and Miller to wake up, which is the truth, and be way better, they need more grit. They need more togetherness in times like this, right? And F the noise. I'm just talking about the results. Losing sucks. Winning fixes everything. And to get to that place where you start winning consistently again is easier to, put stretches together when the boys are bonded. They're feeling like a unit. I just watched Mufasa. What was the quote in that? I'm going to spoil some Mufasa right now, okay? There was a song of Mufasa. This is the prequel to The Lion King. I will say 99.9% of the music sucked in that movie. I like the story. I'm a sucker for the Lion King. The music kind of sucked. That being said, there was a song that said something like, it's something about togetherness. I think it's like, if you want to go, if you want to go alone, you can go fast. But if you want to go far, you got to be together. Okay. Again, the music sucked. All I'm trying to say is these guys got to get together. They got to get close. They need moments, bursts of energy during games, right? Where they're reminded of each other being on a team, playing for the crest. Because it seems like sometimes they forget about that. It's like Kiefer Sherwood knows that. Quinn Hughes knows that. But there's a couple of guys that are forgetting that sometimes, okay? Thinking about themselves too much. Be together. Be more violent. What? Okay, you know what? I got to get out of here, okay? Because as the people are saying, all the cylinders are clicking and ticking. Yeah, that's not happening to me. And Gigatronic is saying, it sounds like you are confusing Mufasa with Fast and Furious. Okay, in that moment, okay, all I'm saying, it's Scar, it's Mufasa, it's what's the guy's name? I was gonna say Rikishi. It's not Rikishi. It's the buffoon, but he's not a buffoon. Okay, the music sucked in that movie. My name's Kyle Bound. Go Canucks, go! Merry Christmas. The Canucks beat the San Jose Sharks. They were the better team for like 4 or 5 minutes. A static official is saying who was at the game with his girlfriend. It was a big win for the boys. Be happy, okay? Again, not a complete game. We played well for 5 minutes, but we got 2 points. And remember, we got Quinn Hughes. And if you didn't see it, I'm not talking about Mufasa, okay? Rafiki is the name of the buffoon. One love to Rafiki. But if you didn't see it, Quinn Hughes had a little feature on Amazon Prime. It was like 1 minute long. It wasn't the most fun thing ever, but just pay attention to the details. Pay attention to what he was reading and what he said. This guy's made it a serious thing to get off his phone. Not do any comparing and just do some learning. That's incredible, man. That's a leader. And that's Quinn Hughes, okay? Anywho, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab. One love to the Locked On Podcast Network. Will we see you tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think so. It's Christmas Eve. Maybe I'm Santa Claus, okay? You don't know me. I'm just Kyle Bound. And that was Locked On Canucks. Peace.
Your Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.